Very good morning, students. Today we are going to start our revision history. First chapter, when, how, when, and where. That is the chapter, and we are going to discuss the important points only. First subheading of the lesson: how important are dates? How important are dates? In that we want to note four major points. That is the history is certainly about a change at the occur over time. Means history means what it is, the changes what is happening time to time, that one. Then 4 points we want to remember very clearly. History is synonymous with dates. Whenever we are studying, we want to learn dates, years, like that things. Dates, it is coming with a synonymous. Means if the event happened in a particular day or that the year that we want to remember, we compare the past with the present. How we are trying to understand history, what all things are available today. With that we are making the comparison, past and present comparison, not with the future, only past with present. Then we continue to associate history with a string of dates. If we are making the thinking about 6th standard onwards, 6th to 8th standard, our history textbook, we can see what happened in BCE years, before Common Era. Then it is starting in 6th standard itself, we can see up to ACE 750, means up to the ancient time what happened here in India. Then in 7th standard we studied 750 to 1750, means 8th century to 18th century what happened here in India. In that we studied about Delhi Sultanate, Mughal Emperor, then arrival of the East India Company. And here in 8th standard we are going to study the 18th century to 21st century what happened here in India. So it is coming with a string of dates. We can, if we are making a garland, we are keeping one thread first, and we are attaching the flowers with that. Like that we can see the attaching what the thread is saying that in the history, but the dates we are adding and events we are adding. We study dates to find out the sequence of events and significance of event. Up to 8th standard we are studying like that year base very clearly, but when we are reaching to 9th standard the situation will change, because that in 9th standard we are going to study world history as well as Indian history. 6, 7, 8 class we are studying only Indian history. So very in sequentially we can make means periodically we can make it very clearly, no problem. But and then with that periodization or the sequence, we are understanding the significance of that particular event or impact of that particular event also. Then which dates we want to study? Selection of dates depend on the story of past. If we are studying about only the kings, then we will take that things only. If we are taking the changes happening, means social changes happening from, for example, from monarchy, small tribe group of people, from that they are reaching to under a leader or a small king. Then how they are developing the big kingdoms or empires. Then again how it is changing to democracy or development of democracy. Like that we will see. According to that we will keep the dates. According to what is our theme of study, or which story we want to study, which theme we want to study from the history, according to that we will give the focus on the dates. Not all the dates important. Here what we are studying 6th, 7th standard, we studied many things. We studied about social changes. We have seen that one, the development of casteism in 4 caste in 6th standard. 7th standard we have seen that is jadis and subjadis, and 8th standard we are studying different things. Okay. So like that, according to the theme we can understand the dates and the particular event or particular thing. Again we have seen in 6th and 7th standard the construction, building construction of Indian subcontinent. That in that we have seen the all the construction with the King Ashoka and other people, the temple and Garbhagriha, like that things. Then in 7th standard again we have seen the engineering skill of the Delhi Sultanate as well as Mughal kings. like that things we have seen. Then administration, the administrative changes, that is comes the political changes in the political point of view. In the politics, how it is changing. Before it was the people's rule, and there was no like that the community, means the small community, they are having one leader, a group of leaders, they were solving the problem. Then how the kingship originated, then they are making the officials like our collector or the governor, they are making the officials. That we have seen in the time of Delhi Sultanate as same way in Mughal Sultanate. But in 6th standard we have seen administration, that is not doing like that in a big administrative structure, that was in an entirely different way. Okay, then in 8th standard we will see how the British East India Company, they are making their administration. According to that, our focus, how it is changing, according to that, which date we want to study or which dates we want to remember, that will change. Then focusing on a particular set of events is important. When we are thinking about the Indian independent war, in that particular dates we want to give maximum importance. By studying the dates, reason and the consequence of event are understood in better way. When we are studying history or when we are studying dates of that particular event, we will get the reason of that one, then consequence, impact of that one, like that both things, reason why it happened here in this particular years or in this particular century, and what is the consequence of that one in that time people, as well as in present day in our life both, then we will get the clarity. How do we periodize? James Mill divided Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. According to Mill, only British rules, culture and law could make Indian civilized. James Mill, he is not from India, he written history for British people. So what he is saying like that, when British people came here in India, that time only we started to become cultured one, or we are started to get our own law, like that. Who explained? James Mill. And there are significant sources to study the periods of events. By studying different historical evidence, a string of time period can be formed. We are getting the sources, we know that we studied from 6th standard archaeological, like that things we studied, and like that many sources are available for us to understand history. Then when we making Indian historians, how we made the periods, we made periodization like the medieval ancient period up to 8th century, then comes 8th century to 17th century it is coming, sorry 18th century it is coming, medieval period. Then 18th century to 21st century we are calling it modern period. So according to Indian historians, we have having 3 divisions like James Mill, but names and timing it is entirely different. First one it is ancient period, then comes the medieval period, then comes the modern periods. Then what is colonial? When the subjugation of one country by another country lead to change in social, cultural, economical, political sphere, it leads to colonization. Means they are making the other countries, they are coming and making people of other country. For example, A is one country and B is another country. A is coming and subjugating B people as their own, and they are making the changes in their social, cultural, economical and political life of that one. That is known as the colonization. Same thing happened. British people came here and they started East India Company. They came for trade and they are making territory here, and they are made many changes in our Indian people's life. Then British rule brought about changes in values, taste, customs and practice. What happened? We for us, that in coming lessons we have seen that one, and rest of the lessons, 7th lesson onwards, we will get again some more clarity. Then how do we know administration? What is administration and how we can understand? One important source is the official record of the British administration. In 8th standard, we are studying about 18th century to 21st century. So here how we can understand the administration of British people. What are their official records they are keeping? That is the source to understand the British administration. The British felt all important documents and letters need to be preserved. Up to that time, we was not thinking like that to preserve the documents and letters. But when British people came that time, and they are making the archives to keep the documents also. Specialized institutions like archives and museums were established to preserve important records. Administrative source only represent half of the picture as they all were written and maintained by British officials. In administrative sources, what we are getting the half of the picture. We are not getting the real picture, half of the picture. If they killed 10,000 people, they may write 5,000 or 1,000, that much only. That is the drawback of the what their documents, what they preserved for their administration. Then several other sources studied together give a better picture of the administration. The diaries of the common people, folk stories of that time, like that things, different things. If we are learning, understanding, then we will get better picture about our own history of that time. Then sources of information. Okay, official records, letters, memos, surveys, newspapers, magazine, autobiographies, reports, experience of travelers, novels and poems are some important source of information of British rule and aristocracies. Not only the British rule, other kings also, for example, Maratha king or Delhi Sultanate, those who ruled here in India. If we want to understand, the official records, letters, memos, what they issued, the rulers issued, then surveys conducted by the rulers, then newspaper of that time. Don't think like that, like today's, like the 200 300 newspapers was available. No. Okay, magazines of that day, autobiographies of that on those days, then reports, experience of the travelers. Not only Indian travelers, outside people also came here, and they also narrated what they saw here in India. Then novels and poems, like that, everything, even short story, folklores, everything you can depend as the getting the information about the British rule as well as the other aristocracies. Then not only about them, the before stories also we will get. The practice of surveys became common under colonial administration. In India, the survey means the census survey or like the different surveys, it became a common thing when colonial people came here and they started administration. For what purpose? To collect revenue purpose they started, and now still we are continuing to understand our own country in a better way. Surveys like botanical, zoological, archaeological, anthropological and forest surveys were in the list of the British administration. We said what is the objective of their surveys? To get the maximum revenue from Indian people. Sources kept and written by both Indians and British studied together represent several aspects of British rule, their effort to modernize or subjugate Indian population. When the Indians also got chance to work with British people, both of them together, when they made that surveys report and other things or sources, that time we are getting the better information about how the British people try to subjugate us or how they are try to modernize Indians. Okay, what do official records not tell? The official records, what all things they are keeping hidden? The official records do not tell about the needs of the people of India. Many official records hide the truth, only show one aspects of the event. What aspects? What they need to show to their authority. The official records does not represent the fallout outs of British administration, also do not represent the reactions and situations of Indians of every sphere of the society. In official records, they won't keep that one whenever they become failure in front of Indians, as well as what all reactions or response they got from Indians, that were like that things they won't keep in the record. This is all about the lesson. Made only content points, so you want to read the lesson carefully once again, then you can understand lesson in a better way. Thank you. We will continue in next video.